can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I can't. Fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the 20-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Joe Mixon fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
On the carry.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. Well, that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
4th down.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Mixon with a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
By the wide receiver.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
On the play. Second and goal.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Check 33. 33. Check that. Hey, smash. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball carrier.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins out to his left. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Anthony,
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they run with Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
a 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
4th down, Cousins. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
The Vikings first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Cousins. Steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away, maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run on first down. Craig. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
30, the ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
That's good.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On first down, it's Craig. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
The tackle made at the 40.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Looking long for Thomas, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, KillaCOB670's. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
For the running back.
P.J. Hall there to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there, and it's 3rd and 5.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. It's Craig, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Kyle Duggar on the tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On third down, Craig. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This from 25 yards out. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take the start over.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Whip. Watch the whip. He's coming. Double up.
On first down, it's Craig, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Craig, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings brings up.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Craig. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 13-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And some space here. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ball carrier.
Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete here. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As we noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brings up defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
A 26-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Craig, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of
big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. third down. It's Craig, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
4th down and goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They begin with a run by Mixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
3rd down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football when we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all of those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure packed for the win. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Flushed out right. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And incomplete on the deep ball. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And they'll get him down as
as he's inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And he's down in the game winner in OT.
Tonight's
A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
The Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
That's a lot of it.